Hey folks, how we doing? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Sorry I'm late. Um, Usual life shenanigans, causing mischief and mayhem as ever. But here we are here finally on a Monday part 16, part 16 of Dickensian by Joseph Daniels. Fantastic. Yeah. So how are things? How is everybody? Who's all here tonight? Anybody around? Give us a shout. We'll see how things go. We'll start in a couple of minutes. Hopefully some people will come in after 10. I know that Ben's streaming. Ben's doing his radio show till 10, so hopefully we'll get a couple in after that. If not, no worries. We'll just crack on as it is. A reminder to get the book down, he says. Get the book down. There we are. Now, did I have... Just double checking stuff. That's right. If anybody is interested in getting a copy of any of Joseph's amazing Magma books, here is the link to Amazon, where you will find all of Joseph's stuff. Going in. Steve, hello. How are you, my friend? Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, so all of Joseph's books are hanging off there at various prices, including cheap Kindle versions, and I believe there is also a possible free version over in Kodo, but I don't have the link to that at this point in time. So there you go. Have a go at that and see how you go. Hope your weekend was good. Mine was rather fraught. Still trying to sort Jason out with where, or rather, he's still trying to decide where he's going to go to university this next 12 months or 2 terms. So he's got 2 options, and we're trying to persuade him that, to all intents and purposes, as far as we're concerned, and everybody's concerned, Birmingham is the better interest. However, he's he's being a lad and making his own mind up, much to his mother's distraught and despair. So yeah, she told me to go and stream. Basically, go and stream, go away, go and stream. So here I am, because I was that close to just not bothering because everything's just so. But everybody said I should come and stream, and here I am, and I was just as well because there are a few people in. That's nice. So who remembers where we were last Thursday? If anybody can remember. Yes, as I say, I think the music is a tad too loud. The music's too loud. Okay. It's funny because I can write, and that was not making any difference. Drop it down to bed. There. How does that sound? That sounds a bit better, I think. Let's go with that. Because I could hardly hear it. So I wasn't sure how loud it was. Or my mic is too low. My mic could be too low. I can turn my mic up a touch. How's that? Is the mic a bit better? That should be. That's now more into the yellow, is where it should be. Yeah, that's better all round. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So yes, it's been a mad weekend. Jason had 2 performances, Saturday and Sunday. Last night we went to see it, and absolutely amazing it was too. Completely bizarre, off the wall stuff. But yeah, absolutely amazing. And the last one with that troupe, unfortunately, has got one more performance. He sees them on Tuesday is his last day with them, and then there's got one more performance in July up in Inverness as part of a youth theatre thing, and that's it. That's going to be that group done as well. So sadly, all the last sort of five years of his life, with all the different acting and drama troupes in Edinburgh, are all coming to an end, which is quite sad. But never mind. These are the way these things go. Let's move on to the next chapter, obviously. Speaking of chapters, we should probably have a look and see where we're at. 591. I have a number of bookmarks. In 591, we were back in South District, daytime, mid-afternoon, moving towards evening. I think we had done pretty much everything we could do. We broke into Carfax's house. We rummaged around. We lost time. We had we hit our as it turned out, 10 delays whilst trying to find out stuff. And Joe quite rightly pointed out that there are specific locations which will always default to effectively a dead end, and to try and avoid those as much as possible. So we have note of those for when we go back, which is 903, 415, 338. Always cycle around to the same thing. So there's that. We have got. We need to get back into the asylum. To do so, we need a disguise. That disguise consists of, if I remember rightly, a pair of glasses, a blonde wig, a blonde beard, and a lab coat. Pair of glasses we have. We have a brown wig, but we believe that if we go back to 221B Baker Street, Mrs. Hudson was cleaning the floors with bleach. We might be able to bleach it into a sort of more blonde-looking wig. We have a fake blonde beard in our stash of disguise stuff that has not been thrown out to the charity shop by Mrs. Hudson, so back in 221B, and we will hopefully go and visit our good friend Dr. Watson and procure a lab coat, all being well, from him. Oh, you're our way this week, going to Dunblane and then Hillsborough. Very nice, very nice. So slightly the other side of the country, but nice to know you're up here and about. Meanwhile, Kit and Nathan are down in North Wales, so we may not see them tonight at all. Or they may tune in after 10. I don't know. It just depends on how things go. So yeah, Sam's in. Hello, Sam. How are you, my friend? How's things? Have you been listening to Ben's show as well? That's Ben's show finished for tonight, and Q will be kicking off his It's a Small World. We're effectively finished now, because Off the Chart is done for 10 weeks now, due to Steve wanting to take a hiatus, giving us a bit of time to regroup. Having done 500 shows to date. And there is a new thing starting next week. Also in from Ben Shaw. Hello, Joe. How are you? There is a replacement 80 show starting tomorrow night. But it's something that Steve kind of wants to have a play with and just dick around with for 10 weeks and just throw stuff together, basically, so he doesn't have to worry about physically spending time putting a show together. So there we go. Nathan's in. Hello. Nasada from North Wales to you too, my friend. Welcome in, welcome. Thank you for your 50 months. Good Lord. 50 months, my friend. That's absolutely huge. Thank you very much. Please do enjoy your ad-free viewing and your lovely emotes, of which we have some. So that's great. That's great. Edward's in as well. Hello, my friend. Welcome in, welcome in. So, yes, we're getting the band back together by the looks of things. This is great. 10 o'clock. So maybe Drossie's in. I'm not in Scotland with the rest of I'm not in Boston with the rest of Scotland's population. No, I am not, my friend. I am not. I'm not one for the round ball. I'm more the egg type person. Prefer the rugby over the old footy. So no, I'm here streaming as per. Hope you're well. I hope our fellow countrymen are behaving themselves and not making a mockery and a mess of things, as they are often want to do. You were at rugby on Saturday. Nice, bit blowy. Excellent. Good call. I am not watching any of it in protest. Quite right. We were watching the the removal of Donald Trump's name from the JFK Centre. And then they delayed, and the next thing you know, they put a bloody tarpaulin up anyway. And it's just like, although there was a behind the scenes photograph of one of the workmen taking the P off, which was quite good. I wanted it to be, I wanted them to basically reword it, and make it something like the Donald F. Fuck JFK Centre, something like that. I'm good. Just been very entertained by the huge amounts of Scottish energy in the city this week. Fantastic, fantastic. I don't judge anyone who is, by the way. No, no, of course not, of course not. Indeed, oh dear, how sad. Never mind. Yeah, quite right too. So it's a quite a shame that they decided to just dead cover it. So he obviously tried to get this last minute injunction to get it stopped. What with it being his birthday and everything this weekend? Is it 80th or something like that? I don't know. Like I care, like I care. But obviously it was all going to be a bit, oh, poor Donald on his birthday and blah, blah, blah. Alan PJ Turd has been given by an anagram gen I've used before. Nice. I like it. I like it. It should be orange PJ Turd, but never mind. Anyway, we're not here for that. We're not here for the politics. We're just here for a bit of a gabba and a play with Joseph's book. So, we are currently, we have a derelict pub locally that was the Leslie Arms, but is now known as Shit Arse. Yes, keep that. Absolutely. Lock that one away. Flowery twat. Indeed. Indeed. Absolutely. Fatty owls. Fatty owls is always my favourite one. Righty ho. So we are, as I say, we are in the South District. It is daytime. It is mid-afternoon. The options, as I say, are slim on the ground. I think we probably want to be heading back towards Baker Street and see if we can't sort this disguise out. To be able to come back during the evening. I mean, we're stuck. We can't go back to Carfax House until tomorrow. Anyway, flowery twats, yes, flowery twats. We can't go back till tomorrow because we're embargoed on that now. But we could try and get back to the asylum. Although I think, as I say, the day's going to roll forward, and we're going to move into this new day, which we have something for. So December the 14th, we have entry 624, which we must fulfill. So whatever happens, we have to be at Baker Street tonight to sleep. So there's that and that and that. So I think that's as much of a recap as we're going to get done for today. So I think we should crack on and say, what do you want to do? Do you want to go back to Baker Street? Meanwhile, obviously, we can. I think we tried to. I think we can. Anybody remember? I think we asked Joseph this before. If we are walking, are we allowed to read our book? Because we got a new book on the go, which was actually, which one was it? It was. He says I've got the wrong page up here. So let's get the. Oh, please don't tell me I've just closed that bloody thing. I have as well. Every single time. The close button is so close to the. Could I just go up there?
So bright.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
2 seconds, guys. Sorry about that. That's just Lindsay and Jason have been talking, and Jason's just like, I will make a decision tomorrow, Mum. So Lindsay's now going to bed. So there we go. Anyway, so we are here. We are here. We don't have it. Yes, I don't. Have we got all the stuff to go back to the asylum yet? No, we have not. Hello, Kit. Hello, welcome in. Joseph, good evening. How are you? Good evening, my friend. So yeah, no, we need to. I think so. Two things. It's, as I say, it is mid-afternoon, sort of early evening. So if we get back up the early evening, we can probably try and do the disguisey stuff. Maybe get a book reading for an hour. Get a bit of book reading done and move on to night sleep. Wake up the next morning, go and do whatever it is we have to do on 624, and then hopefully go back to the asylum with our disguise in hand, and try get into the asylum again, and then hopefully it'll be daytime so we can try Carfax House again. So there we are. Right. So yes, I think if all are in favour, give me a yes in chat. Let's head back to Baker Street. North District. North District? Yes, North District. If everybody's in favour, let me know. You're fine. Excellent, right. So we're going to go back, which means we want to go to 596. I should flip the tables, actually. Let's go over here. There we are. All in order. Right. I presume we're walking. So I need to have 2 dice, please. The first colour we choose. So first 2 to pick the same colour will be our 10s. And the next 2 to pick the next colour will be our units. So choose away. Red, purple, blue, green, yellow, white or black. Everybody gets a choice. Black is the first one up. Purple is the second one up. So we get two choices, orange and blue. Orange? Yellow. Hold on. Black, purple, orange, blue. Orange. Right, let's go. Let's go yellow, blue, because we've got orange. Orange, blue, purple. So purple's going to be our 10s. So yes, anything else for any other one for our next will be, so purple's the 10s. Next colour choice from blue. Well, yeah, from blue. Anyone that gets 2 votes consecutive, will then be the next one. Blue. Right, there we go. Purple and blue. So, purple is our 10s. It's a 1. And a 3, that's 13. The answer is turned to 1002. Ooh. Now, of course, we are not well either. Reminder: we probably want to get some stuff at some point, like lockpicks, for example, and our stamina is not 24. Our stamina is 10, and we are wounded. Just to remind ourselves. So we're going to need to get a bandage on ourselves at some point to get that wound off. Yes, we do need healing. But let's have a look at 102 first and see what that says. 10,002, sorry. 1,002. Ay. Ah, yes. So, 1002. Further down the road, you come across a peddler with a small stall in the middle of the road. Upon seeing you, he immediately stops. "G'day, sir," he says. "I wonder if you might be interested in a few of me wares. Here's what we've got available." He then takes out a chalkboard with all his inventory and prices written on it. It seems that he is selling items at unbelievably discounted prices. Now might be a good opportunity to stock up on a few things. On a small screen, I can't read the text on our character sheet. Oh no. So, pipe, trap, torches, lockpicks, chicken legs, bottle of gin, book of martial arts. Now, I think we have a book of guns, book and weaponry, and some soft shoes. Now, I think we had... Have I just clicked that? Jeez. I wish it wouldn't do that. I want to go in there, please. So, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, which is our fighty, and sheet 4. So, book of martial arts, which we have. Book of guns, we have. Book and weaponry, which is the one we're currently reading, and some soft shoes. Trap and lockpicks, definitely, yes. Clean amount of lockpicks, fair enough. No. Oh, so 5 lockpicks are only a shilling. That's amazing. 6 torches are only 2 shillings, but we've got tons of torches. I think, haven't we? Yeah, we've already got 6 torches. 0 traps, 1 pipe with 2 uses, and 0 lockpicks. So we could get a trap for 2 shillings, and 5 lockpicks for a shilling, so 3 shillings. I mean, we've got plenty of money now, thanks. We need lockpicks as we managed to completely break all of us. Yes, indeed we have. So we can get 5 lockpicks for a shilling. Any advance on 5? Should we get 10? What do you fancy? Should we get 10 of them? For 2 shillings? I mean, that's dirt. It really is dirt cheap. It's as if you'd at least 10 lockpicks. Yeah, all right. Let's get 10 lockpicks. We'll go down to... Oops. Go down to 38 shillings. A couple of traps. Yeah. I'm feeling that we should spend some of the money before we lose it. Yeah, but that's what we did last time, and that's why I ended up having no money. I reckon we should get 2 traps, and that's another 4 shillings. So that would take us down to 34 shillings. Pipe we've still got. I still can't get used to... Why not? Yes. I can't quite used to the things. We've got chicken legs. We've got bottle of gin. I think we've still got... Yes, we've got 2 gin. We've got a billion chicken legs. Oh, that's interesting. These chicken legs are +2 stamina for each one, and can also be used for distracting rats. We've also got our pasties as well for stamina. So I guess we could heal ourselves and then eat some pasties or chicken legs. We've got plenty of them. The only other thing that is there is these soft shoes. Each use could be either 3 uses. Soft shoes can be used to. Each use can either be used to +1 to a stealth combat roll, or cover when you roll a 1 in a sneaking roll. So I don't know. How much are the chicken legs? The chicken legs are 2 shillings for 6. You had a delicious minted lamb pasty for lunch. Ooh. Was that the picture I saw? Was Nathan having Pie, chips, and gravy. I was going to say, if we get back to Baker Street and sleep, we should restore all our stamina. Yes, we still want to put a bandage. Oh, still want to put a bandage on though, probably. No, that's completely gone out of focus. Excellent. Soft focus. Excellent. Oh, the pie was yesterday lunchtime. Ah, fair enough. Assume we don't get mugged again. Well, very true. But we should be okay. Yes, definitely use a bandage. That's fine. We will use a bandage just before we head off. So, do we want to buy anything else? Yes or no? We'll use a bandage now. Whilst we're stood here. And that'll take the wound away. Boom, boom, boom. Now, where was the bandages stuff? Was that 230? No, 200 and... No, I wrote it down. Glossary 493. Yeah, interesting. Food and healing items. It says chicken legs +1 to your current stamina. So those chicken legs at +2 might be quite good. Buy the soft shoes, then we can do the soft shoe shuffle. You're a bit fuzzy. You're going to reconnect. No worries. I think my main camera's a bit off for some reason. 2 seconds. See if we can sort this. I'll change camera, but there'll be no audio. There we go. That does it. Fixed. There we go. Do you genuinely want the soft shoes? You can have the soft shoes if you want them. I'm just loath to buy too much unnecessary stuff. I don't know whether we necessarily need the sneak bit. But I can if you want. I mean, we have the money. Just remember we only have a finite amount of money now. 34. It's up to you. It's up to you. No, it's okay. Fine. All right. Let us then head to Baker Street. Oh, no, I wanted to check. Sorry. I'm reading stuff, but I'm not actually reading stuff. So I've kind of read stuff and then I've done something else. Sound of Wounds and Death. That's what I wanted. 86. Because that tells me about the bandages. Right, 86. You have -1 to all attack rolls, and you will not be allowed to replenish stamina by eating or sleeping until you have used a bandage. After this, you can remove the wound from next to your stamina, score along with a -1 penalty, and continue on as before. So that is basically, yeah, that's basically it. So we've done that, and we're fine. Hopefully we don't go below 6 when we've got a serious wound. But maybe we'll find that out down the line and in due course. That's better. Came back to Jules poking me in the head. But yes, exactly, Sam. Exactly. Right, 2002. We've got everything we need. We're going to head off to 39, which then tells us where were we going, what time of day it is, etc., etc. You kind of end up knowing one or two regular places that we end up going to. 39 being the one of them. So it is afternoon. It is morning. Move the day cycle on 1 and choose a district to go to. Afternoon/evening. Move the day cycle on 1 and choose a district to go to. So it is afternoon evening because it was afternoon and we are now evening. And it's the North district, I think we want to be. 35. Which means it's going to be night time. North district at night, yes. So let's go to 221B Baker Street, because Dr. Watson is not going to be available at this point in time. He'll have shut up shop and headed off home with Mary. So 208, which we know then jumps to a different page once we get there. If your homes turn to 398. Yeah, so after 398. $95, $98. We still don't have 83. How are we going to get Mrs. Hudson? So, as you make your way to your door, you smell bleach in the corridor. Mrs. Hudson has obviously been clean and returned to your room. So you can now do the following. If you would like to search your wardrobe, analyse some clues. We've done the conclusion for F. I think, yes, F is done. T1 we have not done yet. If we have SAF, with conclusion to J, which I don't think we've got yet. And then we do have SAEF. But we haven't got any of the J clues yet. Oh, no, we're missing J1. So we're still missing J1. But we've got J2, J31, and J32. What does Holmes deduce about the bleach? Ah! I didn't think about that. 398. That's a good point. I assumed that there would be... Ha! 398. Do we have SAE 13? Yes, we do. We do. Reverse the text below to see what you find. Smelling the bleach in the corridor suddenly gives you an idea. Remembering that you require a blonde wig and currently have a brown one, you decide to pay your landlady a quick visit and ask to borrow her bleach. She is more than happy to oblige. Then, once you return to your quarters, you get to work on dyeing your brown wig blonde. You can now add the blonde haired wig 02 or 20 to your inventory. Blonde-haired wig. Okay. Marvellous. I had a piece of paper for that. Where's it gone? Oh, it's here. Okay. Blonde-haired wig. 20. Because it makes no sense being at 02. 20. Okay. Hurrah! Hurrah! Thank you, James. So, we need a blonde wig. We need our pair of glasses. We need our fake blonde beard. So there's 3 that we have. And then we will need to get our jacket. Or, sorry, lab coat from Dr. Watson. Okay. So that's good. Now then, is there anything else we want to do? Or do we just read our book and go to sleep? We could read our book and go to sleep. Sheet 3, sheet 4. Book on weaponry. So we can take that down to 3. And sleep. Deductions. Yes, indeed. I know. I keep forgetting about the deductions. I'm so bad. Then I get into the spate of checking everything. And then I forget again. So, 398. That should heal us well, shouldn't it? Yes, it should. So if we then decide to sleep until the next day... Actually, where do we get clue J1 from, I wonder? I hope we haven't missed it. So some of the C ones were missing as well, but... well, they'll turn up when they turn up, I reckon. No, we don't have those. So it's T's and J's at the moment are the ones that we're more concerned with. Okay, fine. It basically an invisible choice. Okay. Oh, deductions, yeah. Right, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yes, it's either there or it isn't. It's there or it isn't. If you spent all this time deducing, you would never get anything done. Okay, sleep until the next day, 972. Which is good because you need to be here anyway. 972. You were sleeping? No, we're at home. Restore your stamina up to the total of 24. What was our stamina? What was our original stamina? 24. Yes. So that's good. If you are sick, -4 stamina. Reset the day cycle to morning. Reset to morning. Move on a day. Reset desk. Move the calendar on one day. If an event occurs on this day, turn to that number, which it does. So we are heading off to December the 14th, 624. Ooh. This morning, whilst reading your paper over breakfast, you come across a story that could be of particular significance. Child snatcher in the South District. Parents in the South District are being cautioned to keep an eye on their children after dark. During the past 2 or 3 days, several cases have occurred of children either going missing or turning up injured and suffering from extreme loss of blood. The injuries have all been similar: 2 holes in the neck. The wounds seem such as might be made by a rat or a small dog, and although of not much importance individually, would tend to show that whatever animal inflicts them has a system or method of its own. Those who are still missing are Timothy Roberts, an orphan from the parish workhouse, and brothers Philip and Horace Gershon, the children of single mother Florence Gershon from Braxton Place. Our wishes and best hopes go out to them for their safe return. The police of the division have been instructed to keep a sharp lookout for straying children, especially when very young, in and around the South District, and for any stray dog which may be about. You now have access to the parish workhouse and Braxton Place in the South District at SAE H27 and turn to 505. H27, there we go. And turning to good old 505, which of course is North District in the morning. But what do we need? We need to secure a lab coat from one Dr. Watson, all being well. The North District, daytime. Would you like to go to Baker Street, Watson's Private Surgery, the Green Dragon Tavern, Scotland Yard, Angler's Curio, Baldwin's Books, North District Sewer, or if you like, choose around, wait till dark. We could go to H1. No, we can't go to Hamlin Park. W1 we can't go to. H20, no, that was Chatham Street. And Hawkins Associate H21 we can't. So we've done all that. Can't do any of those. So that's all been done and dusted. So the only place to go is Watson's, really. Watson's surgery for the lab coat. Complete the kit. Yes, excellent. Let's do that then. 104. Now, I've only been twice, so once at night time he was all locked up, once in the day to borrow his bag. To borrow his bag for the last disguise. Poor Watson, he'll have nothing left. With Hassan. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Watson, I need to borrow Mary to pretend to be my wife on a case. Leaving Watson with nothing. 104. If you are not playing as Watson, it is day and you have SEH4. Oh, I don't know. SEH4. No, we don't. If you have SEH13, turn to 759, which we do. 759. 754. 759. Entering the surgery, you find that Watson is out of his office, and his associate Meredith has seen to his patients. Oh, Mr. Holmes, she says upon his opinion, I'm sorry, but it seems you missed him again. Never mind, I'm sure you can help me. I need to borrow a white lab coat. I believe Watson has a few in the back. Would I perhaps be able to grab one? I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Oh, of course, she says. Go on and help yourself. You now head into Watson's lab and find the coat you're looking for. The fit is not perfect, but it will have to do. Then, after thanking Meredith for your help, you leave. Add the lab coat 93 to your inventory and turn to 505. Woohoo! Lab coat 93. So, beard 4, glasses 107, blonde wig 20, and lab coat 93. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 9, 10, 11, 12, 224. So, asylum disguise 224. Okay, right. 505 then. Back to there. Now, with that all assembled, that should do us to be able to go back. Is that still going? Yes, good, perfect. 505. So, North District. So, where are we heading? Are we heading South District again? Choose to visit another district, 596? Or is there anything else you would like to do here in the north before we head over? What were the new locations you uncovered? In the South District. So we can't go to Chatham Street, we can't go to Hawkins and Associate because we did H20 and H21. They don't exist anymore. South District, we want to go to... Let's have a look and see. $39. 591. Workhouse. Yes, sorry. That was... Sorry, that was 624. Yes, sorry, 624 said the workhouse, and Parish Workhouse and Braxton Place in the South District. Which you want to go to the South District anyway, because that's where the asylum is. Yeah. Well remembered, Edward. So we should probably just head south. If you want to go south, let's type S in chat. It's where everything hinges at the moment, as far as I'm concerned. Carfax House, the asylum, obviously. These two other places now. Thank you, Joe. Sounds like the place to go. Yep, I think it is. So, South District, we will go then. So, which case then we want to go to leave town and visit another district, 596. 596. Can we start getting some colours together then, please? So, resetting the colours, we want 2 dice again, as per usual. So, tens and units. First 2 of each colour will be deciding the dice. 596. Purple, of course. Oops. As Kit always has purple covered, I will go green for a change. Always purple. Exactly. Yes, green and purple. For Dave, black and yellow, says Steve. So green, black, and yellow are currently each with 1. Edward wants red, feeding the cat. Now red is joining the mix, leaving blue and white behind. Who's going to make the decision? Need to get Nathan to add a colour in. Come on, Nathan, choose a colour. Dave's going for black. Right, there we go. So purple and black. So purple is our 10s again, and black is going to be a unit. That's a 2 this time. And a 1, 21. 21. If you play as Dodger, turn to 39. Otherwise, turn to 1004. Oh, no. I have a horrible feeling. 1004. It's not a good one. I think that's the you've had all your money stolen again one. Yes. So this is where he steals our money. Goth dice, yes. We'll put the goth dice to one side for now. Right, so let's go. So choose 2 more, please. I'll take the yellows being the first because that was, so we'll take that as a second choice for yellows. That's our first one. Skip it, you arrived safely. All right, Dave says we skipped it, we've arrived safely. Thank you very much. Sorry, Joseph. Dave, it's because I just automatically read the thing. Right, so skipped it, we've arrived safely. 39. Hooray! We dodged a bullet. All right, nice. There's only so many times you can get robbed, isn't it? So it is morning. So we'll move the day cycle on 1 to afternoon time again. Afternoon time. Come here. Noon. Joseph says no, we're fine. South District 591. 591. 591. 651. 614. 598. South District. Berkeley Hotel. Police Constabulary. Caves of Wonder. Hospital. Asylum. Docks. Graveyard. Also now, Higgins Park and, Parish Workhouse. Western Estate. Higgins Park. Carfax. Not Statham Street yet. No, but 27 has opened up. Parish Workhouse and Braxton Place. Parish Workhouse being where the kid was from, and Braxton Place where the twins, or the two boys' mother lives. So, choices. What would you like to do? Would you like to go to the asylum? Would you like to go to the Parish Workhouse? Would you like to go to Braxton Place? Do you want to investigate the child missing children thing? Or the asylum? Or do you want to go try Carfax House again? See if we can get any more clues out of the place? Choice is yours, my friends. Choice is yours. Workhouse, or do we just go straight to the asylum? Tony Braxton's place. Workhouse. Well, Joseph's suggesting the workhouse as well, so we are here for the asylum, yes, but we can go there anytime. Don't forget, these kids have been found, and we've got two potential places of evidence. The workhouse and, as he says, Tony Braxton's place. Exactly. So if Joseph says workhouse, it'll do no harm. We've got the joy about this is because we're here at this time of day. As we found out right at the very beginning, we can do pretty much everything we want to within one time cycle, one cycle of afternoon cycle. So you can breathe again. Exactly. Workhouse then. Let's head to the Parish Workhouse 152. If nothing else, it's a new location. We'll find out something more about it. Oh, lots of interesting stuff. Okay, strap yourself in. Bit of a read. If you've already met the Beadle before, there is nothing more for you here. Turn to 591. If this is your first time here, continue reading. Oh, it's the Beadle. Boy! Anyway, after knocking for several minutes, you are greeted by a large, pot-bellied man with a face that resembles a fat, angry, wrinkly newborn baby. He is dressed in a blue ceremonial robe and wears a tricorn hat. By his appearance, you deduce that he must be a Beadle. Yes, he says impatiently. Ah, good day, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I'm a detective. What do I have the pleasure of speaking to? You can call me Mr. Bumble. Ah, well, Mr. Bumble, if you have the time, we'd like to ask you some questions regarding the missing boy who was mentioned in the paper. What, you mean he ran away? Yes, he ran away? More than likely. So you don't know for sure? I know that the government's been trying to get this place closed down for months. What better way to do that than publish a story about a boy going missing on our watch, showing us to be neglectful poppycock? Why would they want this place closed down? Well, they claim that we mistreat children and work them to death. And is there any truth to these claims, you inquire? Certainly not, Mr. Bumble says angrily. We simply don't mollycoddle them. Children need a firm hand to teach them the ways of the world. How else How else can we prepare them for the harsh realities that await them in adulthood? If you give in to their every need and want, then they will run amok. Why, just the other day, one boy came to me after finishing his fairly adequate burn of morning gruel and had the audacity to say, "Please, sir, I'm sure this is a very interesting story," you interrupt, "but I do not have a lot of time. Now, you may believe that this boy ran away, but given all the disappearance of children over the last few days, I have to consider the fact that he may have also been kidnapped. What with that being said, anything you can tell me about the events leading up to the boy's disappearance will be of great help to me." Beadle, is he disguised as a police officer with a very unconvincing moustache? No, he's not. We'd be foolish to go against the author's suggestion, unless, of course, that author is Sir Ian. Sir Ian. Yes, indeed. There's not really much to tell. I put him to bed with the other children, and the next morning I woke up to find the window wide open and him missing from his bed, which leans towards the theory I had before, that he simply ran away. And if that's not enough evidence for you, consider the fact that when I saw him before bed, he was only wearing his night clothes. Yet in the morning, when he was gone, his winter coat, tartan scarf, and matching hat were missing. Now, please, if you've done wasting my time, I have business to attend elsewhere. Realising there is nothing more to be gained here, you allow Mr. Bumble to go back inside and then return to town to continue your investigation. Add evidence K1140 and turn to 591. Woohoo! More evidence. K1140. Nice. Well, that's good. And then go back to 591. So, I guess the next question is, do we want to go and have a look at the lady whose children went missing? Back in the old South District. So we can go to Braxton Place as well, before we head off to the asylum. Not sure, but you can try deductions. Try deductions on 152. 152. Nope, no 152. Nothing on 152. Yeah, nothing for 591, but we can certainly try going to Braxton Place if you want. It's interesting, isn't it, that his clothes had been taken as well. So if the boy has been abducted, not only has he been abducted at night when he's meant to be in his nightclothes, but he seems to have had all of his warm jacket and stuff taken as well. It's very similar to what happened to Oliver, if you remember. If you know your Dickens. And that's what annoyed me about the fact that Dickensian got cancelled, because they were just leading up to the fact that the Dodger had just met Oliver, and it would have been interesting to see. The Dodger had just been introduced, and that dynamic was just kicking off. So it would have been interesting to see how that had followed. But then I suppose the point being that when Dickensian finished, that's when the rest of Dickens's stories start, and that was the point. 7 years down the line, Marley's been dead, Scrooge is getting haunted, Miss Havisham's gone mad, place is in disrepair, the old curiosity shop is up for sale, la la la. Yeah, all the different dynamics. It's all good. So we should maybe go speak to the lady. Excellent. I think that's good. That's both of you have suggested you should do that. So let's head over to Braxton Place, 198. And we might not see anything, but we might find something out about the place whilst we're there. Let's have a go. 198. No, we don't. It says, if you happen to have SAE H15, turn to 643. Otherwise, if you've already met Mrs. Gershon before, there's nothing more for you here. 2591. If this is your first time here, continue reading. Ooh. Okay. Hello, 13012. Interesting fact, I had been playing Grim Dickensian for some time, but it was seeing Dickensian that proved to me that it would work. Excellent. I'm really pleased. You know, and that's genuinely, that's precisely why I wanted to get this. Is because knowing how well Dickensian worked, why should it not work in this format as well? And I'm so far not disappointed at all. I'm going to enjoy down the years, right? Because we'll come back to this at some point in the future and revisit it, because we will play with the other characters. It will be interesting to see how it develops with the other characters and the characters that character then meets through those processes, like Fagin and so on and so forth. So no, I'm thoroughly looking forward to, you know, the fight dynamic aside. I'm thoroughly enjoying all of this. And I'm absolutely loving every element of it. It's fantastic, and I'm looking forward to the new stuff coming out as well. So, yeah, that's going to be great fun. Right. So anyway, hello 13012. How are you? I hope you're well. We're playing game books. Did you get a chance to look over the combat? No, I didn't. To be honest, as I said, that unfortunately the weekend has been rather fraught with lots of different. I had last minute recording stuff to do. I was out with Jason's play last night, so we had bits and pieces happening for people staying over the weekend, sort of just out of the blue. So we've all been a little bit all over the place. I had to dart through to Glasgow yesterday, then dart back again. So it's been a bit of a weekend. And today I had hoped to catch up on a couple of bits and pieces, but unfortunately it's just, I feel like I've lost my day completely, which is why I was in two minds about streaming tonight. But here we are, and it's fine, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it, so all is well. And you're all here as well, and that's the best bit. That is the best bit. You're all here and enjoying this as well. So that's good. Right, for blah, blah, blah. Yes, the Braxton Place. There we are. So, arriving at Braxton Place, you knock on the door, and a second later a thin woman in her 40s, whose eyes are red from crying, comes to greet you. Yes, she says. What do you want? Mrs. Gershon, my name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm a detective. I'm sorry to call on you at this time. I can only imagine what you must be going through, but I was wondering if I might ask you a few questions. I've already told the police everything. I'm not with the police. I'm investigating this matter privately. And the chances are the police, as good as they are at the job, may have missed something that I wouldn't overlook. Oh, I suppose you'd better come in. Entering the house, Mrs. Gershon brings you through to her living room area, where you sit down and listen to her recount the previous night's events. She tells you that around 4 p.m. she allowed both of her boys to go out for 2 hours to play in the Dervish Park, and she expected them home by 6 p.m. for dinner, and when they didn't arrive, she went out to look for them and found that they were nowhere to be seen. Excuse me. Immediately she went to the police to report what had happened, and they informed her of another disappearance that had occurred. They told her they would investigate the matter, but urged her to return home just in case the boys returned back. Unfortunately, they never came home. Shortly after this conversation, realising Mrs. Gershon can tell you nothing more of interest, you decide to go out and investigate the park. Add SAEH 14, this will give you access to Dervish Park in the South District. However, let's just check and see whether he deduces anything else whilst in the home. 198. The answer to that is sadly no. No deductions at this time. Oh well. But SAE H14, allowing us to open up the other park. So 12, 13, 14. Good. So back to 591, I'm afraid. So Dervish Park has now been opened up. If you would like to have a look at that as well. Since we're here, we may as well. Follow the trail of breadcrumbs, as they say. It'll always lead somewhere. bound to lead somewhere. Shall we have a look at this this additional park, Dervish Park? Park life, awesome. So funny, I've got the chat open in two windows. One's monitoring the stream, and the other one is within OBS, and the colours are different. Although Joe's colour is consistent across the two, as is Kit's. That's cool. As is Steve's. That's odd. So three of you got the same colour across the two systems, but Joseph, aka Dave Ingram 34, and Edward's colours are completely different. Dave's pink on this one, red on that one, Edward's blue on this one, and green on that one. How bizarre. Anyway, never mind. 6:03. Let's head to the park. Watch out for them pigeons. They love a bit of him. Right. Dervish Park is a children's playground located because Kit and Ed are both grey in yours. Oh, really? Wow. Okay. How bizarre. Located close to the home of Mrs. Gershon. There is a climbing frame and a swing set located towards the front, alongside some hopscotch markings, but most of the area is taken up by a large green field. From the markings of the grass, you can tell the green is mainly used for sports, but you imagine kids must come here to run around all the time. And at the back of the park, you notice a shaded area with a large tree. Choose where you would like to investigate first. If you investigate the green, turn to 705. If you investigate the tree, turn to 271. If you investigate the play area to the front gate, turn to 302. If you investigate by the back gate, turn to 489. To return to town, turn to 591. And when you have all the clues necessary, you can attempt the following conclusion. L1 plus 29 times L2 minus 346 divided by L3 times 100 minus L4 equals... Good lord, that's a lot of L's. What the L? 603... all the L's. L1 plus 29 times L2 minus 346 divided by L3 times 100 minus L4 equals... That's a big sum. 7. Well, you never know. You never know. It could be 7. But so far, we have none of these clues, so we can't tell. But hopefully, by investigating, we shall. What the elf? Indeed. National Elf Service, that is. So, green, tree, gate. Oh, front gate, back gate. Okay, so that's your 4 options. G, T, F, G, B, G. There are no Barry Gibbs around here. So green, tree, front gate, back gate. After which we'll maybe think about turning into the town. Play park. T, tree. Play so the play area by the front gate. Yeah. Okay, front gate. So 1 for the tree, 1 for the play park, front gate. God, there must be a shed load of you in town. Front gate, so play parky thing. Yep, cool. Front gate. Is that it? Just the 3 of you? Go on, Steve, what do you want? Gate. Sorry, Nathan, is that front gate, back gate? Front gate, says Steve. Well, front gate, says Steve, but I know what he means. He means front gate. So that's fine. Well, there you go. That's 4 for the front gate, so we'll go there first. 302. Okay. 302. You check the front gate. The faces. You check the front gate. This faces out onto the road leading back in the direction of the street where the children's mother lives. The swing set and climbing frame do not appear to show any evidence of being used recently. When you are ready, you decide to search the rest of the park. Back to 603. So nothing of import by the front gate. So, back gate, green or tree? Tree, says Edward. Oh! Dave says deduce. Thank you. Thank you. 302. 302, quite right. So, I see. 2 sets of footprints can be seen here. One belongs to an adult. These start from the gate and move into the park before returning to the gate. The second belongs to a child. These start from within the park and leave with the adult through the front gate. Add evidence L319. Whoa, okay. Right. So, yes, evidence checking. Evidence checking at each point from now on. L319. Oofed. Scary thoughts. Was hoping for more urchins to speak to. Tree. We need all the L's. We do. You're quite right. So 2 to go to the tree. I think wherever we go, we have to get the old deductions going. Otherwise, we'll be scrapped. Tree. I mean, 4 locations, and technically 4 L's: L1, L2, L3, and L4. And the sheet itself says they are just individuals. There's no multiple portions of it to add up. So it is L1, L2, L3, L4. Right. Let's go to the tree next then. 603. And I promise to remember to deduce once I get to the tree. 603. Investigate the tree. 271. 271. 271. Yes, there is. Right, that's fine. Let's read what it says first. Checking the ground, you notice a single pair of footprints facing the tree and a pile of sweet wrappers. When you are ready, you decide to search the rest of the park. Well, we're not ready because we're going to deduce that at 271. On closer inspection, you realise the footprints belong to a child and start from the play area, stop by the tree, and then disappear towards the back of the park. The ones by the tree seem to be particularly deep, indicating that the child was standing behind the tree for a long period of time before they left. Add evidence L2. So, what do we know so far? A game of hide and seek, perhaps? By which point one child is led one way and the other child heads off in the opposite direction. So, check the green and then perhaps the back gate, or you can check the back gate first and then the green. Either way, 603. So green or back gate? Green, then back gate. You reckon? Yeah, okay. Green, so that's 2 for the green. Four for the green. Perfect. Let's do the green then. 705. Just a bit up from here. As you walk out onto the grass, the first thing you notice is that it seems particularly muddy. Then you recall how it had been raining last night, and when you are ready, you decide to search the rest of the park. 603. So 705 deductions say... Studying the grass, you notice 3 sets of footprints. The first set belongs to a child. These start by the play area and move towards the tree at the back of the park. The second set belongs to another child. These start by the play area and move towards the front gate. The third set belong to an adult, and these start from the front gate, move towards the play area, and then appear to leave side by side with the second child towards the front gate. Evidence L1 220. Then back to 603. L1 220. So all we've got left is the back gate, which is 489. The back gate looks out onto an industrial estate. Stepping outside, you almost trip over a partially open manhole cover leading to the sewers. When you are ready, go to search the rest of the park. Turn to 603. 603. Well, 489. Holmes deduces that you notice a partial set of muddy footprints on the concrete leading to the manhole. Oh, add evidence L4 104. So. L4, that's 104. Now then, let's see if we can work, excuse me, see if we can work this all out. Oh, that's it. So I'll just pop this down for a second. So it should be 603 said L1 plus 29 times L2 minus 346 divided by L3 times 100 minus L4. So L1 is 220 plus 29, which is 249, times L2, which is 2. So that's 250, that's 500, 498, minus 346. Which is 152, if I'm not mistaken, divided by L3, which is 19. Let's try 8. 9 8s are 72, 2s are 7, 1's 8, 9 10, 11, 12, 15, 152. 0. So that's 8 times 100 equals 800 minus L4, which is 104, which equals 696. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So does that mean we just now go to 696? I suppose let's have a look and see what happens if we go to 696. Okay, so 696 is correct. And it says this. From the evidence compiled so far, you draw the following conclusion. Both of the Gershon boys were playing on the grass when it started to rain. Rather than go home, they decided to play a game of hide and seek. One of the children, who had been eating sweets, went to camp by the tree, whilst the other one looked for a place to hide. At this moment, a man or woman entered the park and convinced the other child to leave with them. The one counting may have watched for a while, unsure what to do. But when the kidnapper spotted him, he turned and fled the park in fear. Then, seeing the open manhole cover, he decided to climb down and hide. Your guess is that he may still be down there. No, because it was on the page kit, so because it was ready on 603, it says once you've got all the evidence, it gives you the page number, you might as well just turn to it, because what it then says at 696 is, if you wish to descend into the sewer, turn to 395, otherwise leave the park and turn back to 591, which is the standard South District page. So the question is, do we wish to go down into the sewers? Now, to date, we have shied away from all sewer-like areas. Primarily on Joseph's insistence at the beginning, because I don't think there was any need for us to go anywhere near them until now. What is he? A teenage mutant munching treats? Teenage munching munchy treats? Going underground? Well, everybody wants to go underground. Okay, that's cool. Let us do that then. Where are we at? Yes, we should be fine. Okay, so we're going to go to 395. And we're going to go underground. 395. Ooh, spooky. Okay. No, we do not have a V0 by the looks of things. So, if you ever say V0, you must consult your perception. It's 5, 395. Well, I'm going to check 395 anyway. Why would you not? If you have SAE H14, reverse the text below to see what you find. Okay. At the bottom of the ladder, you find a sweet wrapper, a trail, perhaps. You decide to keep an eye out for these. Okay, so sweet wrappers. Don't say we're going to get mugged again. Well, I hope not. I hope not. You descend into the South District sewer to find that it is pitch black down here. To continue on, you will be required to have at least one torch. 3 are recommended. Thankfully, we have 6. Yes. If you don't have these, you must return to the South District. If you have the torch, the first thing to do is light it and see a path heading north. If you choose to take this path, remove SE D40 and D41. If you have the torch, move the day cycle on 1 and turn to 287. If you have a torch, the first thing you do is light it and see a path heading north. If you choose to take this path, remove SAE D40 and SAE D41. So I don't think we have any of those to worry about because we're on Holmes and not. Oh, that's Dodger. Yeah, so we don't have any Dodger stuff. Okay. Move the day cycle on 1. Right. Oh, it's evening time. It's night time. It's evening. We're in the sewers. Oh, turn to 287. Now, hold on a second. Let me consult my large pile of other papers. Wrong pile of other papers. Okay. We have a map. I don't know how much that's going to help us. But we have a map. So, according to the map, 395, we are in the south. S1 is 395 south exit. So S1 here. So this is where we are right now. Pencils under there. What I'll do is I'm going to use this dice to highlight where we are. Okay, so that's where we are at the moment. S1, 395 south exit. S2 is 289 south map. So we're going north, 287. And that's where we're off to next. This looks complicated. Can you share a copy of the map on Discord? Yes. Hold on a second. Discord. Discord. So, let us go into here and go. Where's the rest of them? Bear with me a sec. I might have them on my OneDrive. One. Final Fantasy, Gamebooks, Magma, Sheet Dodger, Asylum Map, Sewer Map. Download to no, not there. Docs. Magma. Save. And then we should fine. There we are. So that's under FF Gamebooks, etc. So there is a copy of that map there now for you. For anybody who's on the Discord and wants to use it. Okay. So 287. Heading north, 287. Okay. Ah, interesting. Okay. 287. Definitely 287. You find yourself coming to a so this is slightly out of whack, and I'll tell you why. So it says 287. If you have SED21, turn to 533, otherwise continue reading. We don't. Okay, fine. So there is a picture picture of the map in the book, which is similar but slightly different. You find yourself coming to a signpost saying South District 2 miles. On this is a map which should give you some idea of where you are. If you did not already know the rules regarding maps or wish to consult them again, please make a note of this passage number and turn to 702. 702. What's up with maps? Primary location maps. These rules are not mandatory, so feel free to return to your previous passage if you want. In certain locations on your travels, you will be fortunate enough to come across maps of the surrounding area. Even though these maps do not point to specific areas, they can be very useful to keep track of where you have been and avoid areas of danger you have visited before. Maps can be used in whatever way you wish. If you prefer not to have to make a copy of them, you can use them to plot directions before you head into an area, or you can make a note of the passage you are on when you find a map, so you can refer to it should you get lost. If you have the means to copy them, it is recommended so you can write on them, and below is a list of things you can do to get most out of your map. Mark where you've been. Each passageway is represented by a highlighted box. Each time you come to one of these for the first time, it is recommended that you copy the passage number into the highlighted box. By doing this, you will not only be able to keep track of where you've been, but will also have a record of your last passage number, just in case you get lost. Mark when enemies are defeated. Whenever you enter an area with a fight, encounter and manage to defeat the enemy, you must mark this by putting a ring around the passage number on your map. This will ensure that you do not have to visit or fight this enemy again as any character. If a passage has a ring around it, you can automatically skip the fight. This only counts for fights where the enemy is present when you enter the area. The following fights cannot be skipped: rat encounters, wall of web encounters, web ladder encounters, or random graveyard encounters. Mark static encounters. The only encounters you need to mark are those that will harm you if you return this way again. This could be a pit, a wall of web, a ladder of web, a horde of rats, or any enemies that you choose to flee. Mark the relevant encounter passage on the map with a small e, example 123E. Knowing where these are will help you to avoid them. Mark points of interest. When an encounter or landmark, when you encounter a landmark or a place you think you may be able to use as an item, SAE, or solve a conclusion, mark the passage number on the map with an asterisk, for example, 35 star. When you've completed whatever you need to do here, you can choose to remove this asterisk, but bear in mind that another character may also need to find this place. You can now return to the passage you were on previously, which was, of course, not 289, 287. So now, interestingly, our map here says 289 south map, but it's actually 287. So I will update that on here. 287. S2. Okay. I think I found where we are on the map. Yes, we're on S2. The map says 289 south map, but it should be 287 south map. If you came here from the South District, you see two paths. If you go east, turn to 214. If you go south, turn to 464. If you came here from another direction, you can either take one of the paths above and choose. However, 287, can we see if there are any sweet wrappers on the floor, pointing in a particular direction? 287. If you have SEH14, reverse the text below to see what you find. Checking the ground, you find a sweet wrapper, a trail, perhaps. Well, yes. But it doesn't tell us where. It just says there is a sweet wrapper, so the kid has come this way. Now, the thing is, if we go to S3 on the map here, so so our options are to come south. In fact, you know what? let's do this. Let's put this up over here for now. So here's S2, okay? So we can go south down here to what is S6. It doesn't show up very well on the camera because it's zoomed in. Or we can go down here to S3. So this is S3, and this joins up to S5 and S6. So if there's a sweet wrapper somewhere here, we'll probably come the right way. Whether they then go this way or that way is another matter. But if we go down here and there's nothing here, do we then go that way or do we go this way? Don't forget, these are all districts. Yeah. So this is all West District. This is South District by the looks of things. In here. So yeah, all this section in here is South District. Anything beyond here is East, and anything above here, so there's North, and this is East. So we're looking in this section here. Okay. It doesn't tell us. No, unfortunately not. It just says that there's a sweet wrapper on the floor, a trail, perhaps. Yeah. So that's all we know. There's no indication. So I suppose the choice is: do we want to go east or south? Has everybody else gone to bed? No, not quite. I think it's just very quiet, trying to think. Yeah, I think people are just trying to think as to where they reckon they want to go next. Where's my window? There it is. There. S3. So Joe's thinking to go east. Kit's thinking south. Edward and Nathan are thinking east. So that's a 3-1. So S3 east as opposed to S6 south. Right. Let's head to S3 then. So let us head east, 514. See, now maps we can deal with. You're just thinking about. So, 514, you now come to an intersection with a choice of 4 paths, which we do, indeed. Including the one which brought you here. Choose which direction you wish to proceed in. Turn north, east, south, or west. So, we are indeed at 514, S3, 514. Let's check for clues to see if there's any evidence of sweetie wrappers. 514. Sadly not. Oh dear. So nothing at S3 for 514. No sweets. No sweets at 514. Gets there, told you so, get ready. Well, we can go south at this point. We can absolutely go south at this point, or back the way. It can north, 129, which will take us up and heading westwards. Ultimately, we can keep going east, which will take us heading east and then northwards up to S4. We can turn south, which will take us down to S5, or we can head back west to 287 to S2. South, I was just saying that to Edward. South, then we can loop back round. Absolutely. I mean, they could be hiding somewhere like S7, which is a bit of a dead end. So, you know, so S5 to D6 looking for sweet wrappers. S5 to S5 to S6 looking for sweet wrappers. Yes, pretty much. So let's head south then. Let us head south to 334. Okay, following the sewer tunnel leads you to a junction, naturally, S5. You now have a choice of 3 tunnels, including the one that brought you here, to go north back to 514 up to S3, to turn east to 572, that will take us to S8, or south down to 464, which is S6. So S5 is 334. Let's check to see if Holmes can deduce anything. 334. No, nothing here either. Yep, south. You'd like to go south. South to S6, says Kit. South, says Joe. Right, three people wanted to go south. Perfect. 334. So no, again, no sweets. Now he could have run out, of course. He could actually have run out of sweets by this point. We just don't know. 334. So, but we're going to go south to 464. 464 down to S6. Oh, that was S5. Right. S5. 3, 3, 4. Down to S6 then, because S4 was north, wasn't it? That's right. 464. 334. 464. 334. 464. Hopefully, as I say, unless he's run out. But if a kid's got that many sweets, I would reckon he probably would keep a bunch aside, just to be on the safe side. No kid like that wants to ever run out of sweets. 464. 464. S50 must consult your perceptions before continuing. 464. What is V0? Maybe we do have V0. What is V0? I thought V0 was like a primary thing that we had. I can't remember. I know we came across it before. V1 and V2. We must have had V0. Anyway. I'm going to check anyway, because why not? 464. If you have SAEH 14 reverse detect below, suit you fine. Checking the ground, you find a sweet wrapper. A trail, perhaps. Yes, sir. So, S6464 has a sweet. So he did go south then. Now, he didn't go. There wasn't one at S5, so the chances are we probably want to go east at this point. V is for secret character. Oh! course it is. Of course it is. But Holmes was still check. Right, I see. So, right, okay. So it doesn't matter. We're still checking, and that's okay. But I see what you're saying. Yes, okay, I understand. I get that now. All right. If this is your first, okay. If this is your first rat encounter, make a note of this passage and turn to 683. Otherwise, you now come upon a group of rats that block your path and must attempt to get past them. Rat encounter 28. To consult the rat encounter rules, make a note of this passage and turn to 966. Once you've got past the rats, you find yourself coming to a junction, blah, 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 blah. Right, okay, so let's have a look at 683. So 464, 683. What does 683 say? 69, 68, 64, 68, 68, 68, 683. Walking further up the tunnel, you hear a tiny patter of feet and see a shape emerge from an alcove. At first, you assume the worst and draw your weapon ready to defend yourself, but soon realise there is no need, as the shape enters the light, you see it is a domestic dog, a Labrador to be precise, with the collar. Upon seeing it, it gives a light ruff and show of your intentions. It's all right, he says. You crouch down and hold your hand out to it. It then slowly walks over and sniffs your hand before licking it and giving you the go-ahead to stroke it. You now take a closer look at it in the light and realise that it has bloody marks all over its body, resembling scratches and bites. The chicken legs were mentioned as being useful. Indeed they are. At least they can't steal our shillings, I hope. Yes, we throw chicken legs at them. Yes. Wow, looks like something nuts. It took a bite out of you say to the dog. What did this? In response to this, it whimpers and runs away. Hey, wait! No sooner has it disappeared from your view when you hear a loud and quickly you run round the corner and see, much to your disgust, a pile of rats. The dog is gone. At first you think it may have gotten away until the rats disperse, revealing, much to your sadness, the fresh, ridden corpse of your new friend. How could rats devour an animal this quickly? This is the question that goes through your head as they start to herd in your direction. Rat encounter 18. Make a note of this number before continuing and turning to 966. Hold on, though. If this is your first rat encounter, make a note. Right, so this is our first rat encounter, so we've got to do it slightly differently. The number being, sorry, this says rat encounter, yeah, so 683, rat encounter 18. Make a note of this number before continuing and turning to 966. Rat encounter 18. Presumably that's the number of rats. Yeah, I know, the poor dog. Joseph, how could you? Right. Tutorial. Rat encounters. The rats of grim Dickensian can be as dangerous as any other supernatural foe you face and will not hesitate to devour you. You cruel man. In order to get past them, you must reduce their number. The number in brackets you wrote down on the previous page was a total of 6 or less. You can reduce the number of rats in the following ways. Distract them with food. If you have chicken legs, you can minus 4 rats from the total for each one you use. If you have a meat joint, you can minus 10 rats from the total. Well, guess what? I suppose it isn't called pleasant Dickensian. It's very true, actually. That's a good point, well made. We do have a joint of uncooked meat. And 13 chicken legs. If you have a meat joint, you can minus 10 rats from the total for each one you use. Drive them away with your torch. This will require you to roll 2 dice and deduct your total from the rats. That's what we've been lugging this leg of lamb around for. Exactly. You can do this as many times as it takes to get rid of the rats or until you roll a 1. If you roll a 1, the rats will be unharmed and your torch will go out. Unless you have another torch, the rats will swarm you in the dark and you will die. Thankfully, oh yes, thankfully we have plenty of torches. We're actually down to 5 because we did light one. But that's fine. If you do have a torch, you must roll 3 dice to relight the torch. If you manage to do this without rolling a 1, you will light it just in time and be allowed to use it on them again. If you fail, you must -1 stamina for each rat remaining, and if you are still alive, you can attempt to light your torch again. Once you've reduced the rats to 6 or less, you can return to the previous passage you were on and choose which direction you wish to proceed in. Okay, so we have, according to 683, because this is the tutorial, 18 I believe. Let me just double check. I should have written it. It did tell me to write it down, but I thought I would remember. 18. Rat encounter 18. 683 brackets 18. Okay. So 966. What do you want to do, my ladies and gentlemen? 966. So we have 18 rats. We need to get down to 6. That means we need to get rid of 12 of them. Isn't a little torch kind of a hazard in a sewer with all this methane around? Well, yeah, but you know. Do lamb plus a chicken leg? Yes. 10. Yes, what is a chicken leg? -4. Yeah. Or 3 chicken legs. 3 chicken legs is 12, which leaves 6. You don't have to get them down to 6 or less. There's 18. Lob the lamb. I know, 3 chicken. Surely 3 chicken legs. Although I suppose, if we lob the lamb, then the lamb's gone, and we just have to go and get another one. Is it 6 or fewer than? It says 6 or less. So 3 chicken legs or a lamb and a leg. But then you're going to lose. So you can get rid of an extra 2 rats. So it'd be down to. So that's 14. So that would leave 4 rats. But if you wanted it to be bob on without losing anything without losing anything, then 3 chicken legs would do it. It would be a different encounter. So it says if we come to that page again, it's a different number of rats. So there's always a rat encounter at this point. In fact, we should just put a circle around that, shouldn't we? Circle. I'll also write rats. I think it said we do have to do encounters again, yes. Chicken legs. I suggest 3 chicken legs and we're done. So that makes it nice and simple. I think keep the lamb in case we encounter a king rat. Exactly. We might have to do a lot of damage very quickly. So having a large amount of meat handy may very well, especially if we've got a large number of rats, because then, let's say there's 20 rats, there's 1 leg of lamb done, and that would be the same. So let's say there was 30 rats, then that's 1/3 of them gone, and then we need another 14 gone. So that'd be 4 chicken legs. 3 chicken legs. Eat the meat. All right, so -3 chicken legs. Down to 10. There we go. And that should take our rat count down to 6, which means that we are good. So 3 4s are 12. 18 minus 12 is 6. Jobs are good. Reduce the rats to 6 or less. We can return to the previous passage we were on and choose which direction we wish to proceed in. So we go back to 683. That tells us to go back to the previous passage, probably. Yeah, so 683, and we came from 464, which was the primary page. 464. So, yes. So, here you go. If this was the second time round, 28 rats to encounter. So, when you've gotten around past the rats, you find yourself come to a junction with 3 possible paths to take, including the path that brought you here. So, if you wish to go to north, so this takes us to S9. We can go north to 334. We can go east to 78, which takes us into the East District, by the way. Or we can go back the way we came. So, back to 464. What would you like? Would you like to go east, north, or west? North. Perfect. Ooh, did you? 46. No, we did. 464. We did. We found that I've written down that we have a sweetie paper. 464 S6 464 sweets rats. Oh, sorry. Deduce at S9. You're quite right. So. Oh no. So that's we've got to work out. Oh no. Hold on. 464. So we are at. Sorry, we are at. No, hold on. Now you confuse me. Oh yes, north to S5, east to S9, or west back up to S2. That's why I'm confused. So we're going. We're going to S9. We're still at S6. We're still here because that's where the rats are. It's whether we're going to go to S9, S5, or S2. Well, we'll do one. We'll do 2 more choices and see if we need to get up to this corner, and we'll take it from there. East. Yeah, I'm agreeing with the east person was slightly out. Rats are at S6, aren't they? So let's do S9. Yeah. So no, you're fine, Dave. You're absolutely fine. S9, we haven't been there yet. Perfect. Yep. Let's all head east to S9 then, which is 78. So S9 is going to be 78. Oh no, that's S8. Oh, good lord. Uh, 78. Following the sewer tunnel leads you to a junction. You now have a choice of 3 tunnels, including the one that brought you here. North, 572, up to S8. East, 207 to E2, or west, back to 464, which is S6. So, yes, 78. Let's see what is, if anything, on the floor. 78. Checking the ground, you find a sweet wrapper. Yes. So 78 has sweets. So we are in the right collection. So we probably want to go S8 and see what's up there. North to S8, east to S9, and then north to S8. Yes. All in agreement, north to S8, north. Yes, S8. Okay. North to 572. So it's going to take us to S8, which is 5, 5, 7, 2. Oh no, 572. Rat encounter. Remember that large lump of meat? I want a sweetie now, not from the sewer. No, no. 572. Rat encounter. 32. So, what have we got? We've got enough for 50 rats between our chicken legs and our joint of uncooked meat. So, what would you like to do? Joint of meat? What do we need to get down to 6, isn't it? So 32. So 572 brackets 32. So 10 takes us down to 22. We need to have 6. So that's 16. So that's 4. Is that right? 4 fours are 16 plus 10 is 26 plus 6 is 32. Yes. I ate a blondie earlier that I saved from lunch. It was delicious. But if we get east from here to the dead end, we have to go back through them. Well, yeah. But we'll still have 6 chicken legs, which is 24. We've got torches as well. So hopefully we can use our torches. Lamb plus 4. What did it say? Was it 292? 287. 287. Let's just check. Let me read 287 again because that had the proper info, I think. 287. 702. So 702 had the info about the maps. 702 says, whenever you manage to enter an area with a fight encounter, the following fights cannot be skipped. Rat encounters, wall of web encounters, web ladders. Okay. The only encounters you need to mark are those that will harm you if you return this way again. This could be a pit, a wall of web, a ladder of web, a horde of rats, or an enemy that you choose to flee. Mark the relevant encounter passage on the map with a small E. Alright, okay. So 272 E 464 E. So we are going to have to do it again, but as I say, we have torches. Lamb plus 4, right, fine. Let's do that. 1 lump of uncooked meat down to 0. 4 chicken eggs, take it down to 6. So that's 6 fours are. Sorry, that's 4 fours are 16 plus 10 is 26. 32 minus 26 is 6. We win. Hurrah. Congratulations. Well done. 572. Once you've got past the rats, you find yourself coming to a junction with 3 possible paths to take, indicating the path that brought you here. If you wish to go east, turn to 359. So that will take us up to S7. If you go south, turn to 78, which is S9, as we know. Or we can turn west to 334, which takes us back to S5. So where would you like to go? So if we do S8, then S7, then S8 means more rats. Well, it's the same number of rats. It doesn't change. The rat encounter is always 32. But hopefully, as long as there's nothing at S3, although we do have plenty of torches. let's see how we go. Dave says east. And did you hear? I thought I had 572. Sorry, no, you're quite right, Kit. Quite right. 572. Checking the ground, you find a sweetie wrapper. Yes, so S8 does indeed have sweets. And rats. Sweet Sam Rat Sam, Sweet Sam Rat Sam, Sweet Sam Rat Sam, Sweet Sam Rat Sam. It's new cats and boots. Thought it was bigger rats. No, just the same number. All the rats. All the ratatas. Ratatatatatatatata. All the single rats. Right, let us head east up to S7 then. So, 359, up to the top of the page. I hope there's a child here. S7, yes. East up to S7. Which is what I said, 359, wasn't it? 359. This tunnel comes to a complete dead end, with nothing but a few dark alcoves, and the only way you can go now is to return the way you came. What does Holmes say about 359? Hiding in a small, dark alcove, you find a very frightened young boy. Assuming this must be one of Mrs. Gorshin's sons, you now do your best to calm him down. Then take his hand and lead him out of the sewer. After leaving the sewer, he will automatically make his own way home. Remove SAE H14. Oh no! Goodbye, SAE H14. That's gone. And hello, SAE H15. Well. Now then. So, however, we still have to get out. Not from this one. Not well, but we have H15, so that's given us something. So, 359 is boy, but also end. So we have to get our way out. So which way would you like to go? Let's see if we can get out, and then as soon as we're out, that'll do us. That'll do us for today. Because I know people are flagging, and it is, well, in fact, it's midnight now. Unless you would like to leave it at that point, and we'll work our way out on Thursday. What would you like to do? Would you like to get out now, as in work our way out now and hopefully not die? Or would you like to leave it till Thursday and work our way out when we're all bright and breezy and you can do your calculations on how many chicken legs and torches we need to get out? What do you reckon? I might need to be brighter and breezier. Yeah, I think let's leave it there for tonight. I think we should leave it there for tonight. Can we leave it there for now? All the seer has made me sleep. Absolutely, we know a path back that avoids some of the rats, so let's leave it here. Perfect. That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. Fantastic. Well, what I'll do is I'll leave the window like that, and we'll reset it next week once we're back. Because I can just go back over here and it's all fine. See there. Ta-da! Oh, that's still fuzzy as fudge again. Why are you fuzzy? 2 seconds. There, that's better. I don't know why it does that. I have no idea why it does that. Excellent. Well, I think that was good. I think that was really good. Excellent. You didn't feel like we're making really good progress. Now, yes, I think so as well. It's gone again. It's gone again. It's like somebody's put Vaseline on it. Jesus Christ. Anyway, there we go. That was good fun. Thank you guys for coming in. Do you want to just start slightly later on Thursday? I know people had bits and pieces on last week. Although you say Taskmaster finished now, so hopefully you can join us a little early. Shall we say 9:30? Shall we cut the difference and we'll go back to just doing 9:30? I had tried to do 9 o'clock to try and bring things a little bit earlier for everybody, but people seem to be busy till about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Such is the way it is. But let's see. Let's go for 9:30 on Thursday. Next week is slightly tricky, as I say, get Metallica on Thursday, but we could still do Monday. So should be fine. Yes, 9:30 sounds perfect. Excellent. Yes, we should be around from 9:50, 9:30. Perfect. Lovely. Well, hopefully Nathan and Kit, you can join us from deepest North Wales, in your lovely looking little holiday place. It looks absolutely gorgeous down there. So lovely, fantastic. We're going up Snowdon on Thursday if the weather's nice. Well, hopefully you'll get back down again then. Come back down, please. Don't get lost up there. Come back down so we can do stream, because it's fun. Right, on that note, guys, thank you very much. Oh, I got a new badge today. Where is it? Here, new badge. New badge today is... Where are you? Where's he gone? This one. Toast. A little bit of toast. So, if you like Higglebee's badges, this is the badge for June. It's a nice little bit of hot buttered toast. Toast. So, go get that from Ben Higglebee's on Etsy, like I showed you the other day. You're welcome, guys. Joseph, thank you. Great contained episode. Thanks to everyone else for tuning in. Hopefully see you Thursday. Yes, let's all see you Thursday. We'll get away out of the sewer and find out what is happening. Probably time to go back to the asylum now with our wig and gear in tow, and we'll take it from there. So, guys, everybody, thank you very much who's popped in tonight. All of you off the top of my head. So, Joseph, Nathan, Kits, Edwards, Joe, Steve B. There was a couple of others floating around. Is that everybody? Sam stuck his head in. Anybody else that I can think of? Anybody else who's in chat or lurking, whatever, hello. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon. Let's see you Thursday, 9:30. Enjoy. Have a great